What's going down, guys? How you doing? This is TK coming at you from my home office, and just want to hit you guys today with the concept of manipulation, because we have manipulations in all markets to include cryptocurrency. You know, the corporate world way of existing is to manipulate the market so that it benefits them. So right now you've got a situation with I guess you can call them whales. People with a lot of money go into cryptocurrency, influence the price, get a lot of people involved, and then dump. That's where you get the typical pump and dump situation where you take a low valuation coin because it's a supply and demand market. Once you put a little bit of money into it, it creates interest. Once the interest builds momentum, you dump the little bit of money that you put in it to cause the interest, and then boom, pump and dump. Then you have situations like Ethereum, where in Ethereum there's a figurehead that has the power to make an executive decision, like what was done in a DAO. Mysterious hack comes in and causes a lot of money to disappear, and the president of the Ethereum network just says we're going to hard fork. No consensus, no democratic election process, nothing. Just an executive decision and a hard fork. Ethereum Classic, Ethereum. Then you have two quote unquote new ICOs to cause this massive network congestion in their launch, and all of a sudden, flash crash. Ethereum goes to 10 cents. The Wells that was monitoring the market and purchased at 10 cents was able to make a couple $1 million as it rose back up to 322 where it's sitting now. So typical manipulation. Same thing that goes on in the gold and silver market when you talk about Condex fixing their prices based on paper shorts, not based on physical delivery of gold and silver. It's the same thing that goes on in the stock market when you talk about high frequency trading and computers getting in before you have the opportunity to even think about buying a share in that stock. I mean, the age-old thing just repeats itself over and over and over again, and people feel like, oh, it's a scam. It shows the ignorance of the average dumbass out there, because everything's a fucking scam. Everything is based on manipulation and control, and it not benefiting you. So the key is to be smarter than the system and at least position yourself more effectively to win, because the whole markets are manipulated. Everything is within the advantageous skew of the corporation or of the people with money. That's the problem with our monetary system. It's fake paper that's deemed valuable by the faith and confidence of ignorant dumbasses in the society. And essentially what happens is no one benefits except the top. So if you want to benefit, you have to understand how the market dynamics work and then where to position yourself within this game. This is about chess. It's not about checkers. So the idiot that doesn't know fractional reserve banking, the dumbass that doesn't know that this is a manipulated system, the non-educated average person that walks around not realizing that paper money exists 90% in digital form on a computer. The idea that isn't propagated, that most people can't figure out, that money is a man's creation to ensure slavery and dominate a business. Because essentially, if money exists on a computer and it's all digital, then do you really need money to make an economy exist? But those are factors that go beyond the negative programming that puts people in slavery. Your mindset has already been bent over, and you're not smart enough to step out of the advanced psychological programming that has you believing that this system is propagated by some sort of fantasy that involves tangibles, when all of it is really about manipulation, advanced control, and a skewed system that bends toward the top. The only thing good about the advent of cryptocurrency is that in certain markets there is supply and demand, and it's not based on total manipulation and control, although that does factor and pop its ugly head up. It's not solely a manipulated market when you talk about decentralized assets within certain coins. There are some centralized coins and there's some decentralized coins. So if you're smart enough to know the difference, you can position yourself in a decentralized coin and beat the market in terms of manipulation, or at least in terms of positioning. So the only thing I encourage you guys to do is to step outside of slavery, get beyond the negative programming that the system has you believing a bunch of lies. You're fucked by religion. You're fucked by the psychological program of the government. You're reinforced fucked by the television. And no one seems to be smart enough to break out of this manipulation and control. So you can't make chess moves because you don't understand the fundamentals of the game, and you're playing in Fantasyland. You're over here in Zelda or some online computer fucking game, as opposed to playing in the real world where people are moving and shaking and creating financial opportunity.